And now we are with culinary chair Cindy from the ID table to the kitchen table.
Thank you, Saranella. Next, why don't we hop right into the next slide? I can't make them go. Can you make them go? Thank you. Just a quick reminder, you've already mentioned this, but the club picnic is coming up on June 29th, and we'll be back at the Carter Rock Picnic Pavilion where we were last year. We'll have at least one walk early in the morning and then settle in for an afternoon of food and fun. And I promise I will get less sleep deprived and less jet lagged and get the registration sign up on the club website and out to all of you by email sometime this week. I promise. If you have any questions that you're burning to have answered about that or anything else culinary related, you can write to me directly at culinary@mawadc.org, and you can join our Google group. All right, on to some ID table to the kitchen table fun. There's all kinds of good edible stuff starting to pop up that people are finding and sharing on iNaturalist. Martin has already touched on a few of these, including the wine caps you see here at the upper left. Wine caps are indeed fabulous, and they're a nice one to find. I've found them in some surprising spots around the area. Lots of other people find them too. And they're kind of a meaty, beefy mushroom, and you can pretty much treat them culinarily just like you would treat a slightly small portobello from the grocery store. So if you find some and you're not sure what to do with them, just go through your repertoire of things you already know what to do with portobellos or like big creminis. A lot of people have also been finding the golden oyster, which there is a consortium talk about on Thursday. This is an escaped introduced species. It's not native to this region, but enough people had grow kits that they've escaped out into the wild, and now they're pretty widely naturalized in this area. They are very distinctive looking, and they're also very analogous to things you can buy in the grocery store and cook in very much the same ways. I completely forgot to take pictures of any of the things I did with golden oysters earlier this month, so you're just getting an in situ photo of some really beautiful specimens here. And then just this morning, Tom Moore posted this picture on the upper right of black trumpets. And I was so excited to see black trumpets this early that I stole your photo, Tom. Sorry. They're nothing like anything you're ever going to find at the grocery store, but they are fantastically fragrant and aromatic. They're also small and more or less the color of dirt and leaf litter. So you do have to train your eye to spot them. But once you dial in your eye, then you'll be like, oh, there it is. There it is. So I encourage you all to train your eye by feasting them on this beautiful photo and others. A lot of people are also finding things like chicken of the woods starting to pop up. And again, it seems a little early, but we've had so much rain and then the spell of warm weather. It's been great. Okay, next slide, please. Just to make you believe me, here's a map of some of the wine cap finds reported in the area. I'm letting everybody remain anonymous and not giving away anybody's secret spot, but I want to reassure you that they're out there. I actually led a little casual lunchtime walk at my kids' school, and they were growing in the mulch in the flower beds around the school. They're out there. Yep, and I see people saying in the chat that they're seeing trumpets and stropharia. This is great. Okay, next slide. One thing I did cook this month that was a new one for me was indeed the umbrella polypore, as Martin mentioned. I still have never found this one, but John Harper found a bunch and was kind enough to share some with me. And I looked at them and I'm like, you're new. What am I going to do with you? And I thought, boy, this looks a lot like maitake, which is one of my favorite fall mushrooms. I'm going to pretend it's a slightly differently scented maitake. So I pan-seared it under a weight and it was phenomenal. So, Martin, there's your ideas. Next time you find some. All right, one more slide. My standard warning. Be safe out there, folks. Have fun, but be 100% sure that you know the first name and last name of your new friend before inviting it home for dinner. And even when you're sure of your ID, if a species is new to you, try a little bit first, because people have individual allergic sensitivities to very common foods like strawberries, bananas, peanut butter, chocolate, fish, you name it. And so even a mushroom generally accepted as a good edible, your body may have different ideas about. Okay, that's it for this month. I hope I see all of you at the picnic. And I'm actually going to take the next segment too, because this was something our science advisor Megan Romberg shared with us, and she is on an airplane at the moment. So I'm going to read her slides. Next up, this is an upcoming interactive art event called Game of Shrooms. And I know there are some other things happening on June 4th, both here in the DC area and across the country. But this is not a huge time commitment. So before you go to the protest or the big parade or whatever it is you're doing on the Saturday before Father's Day, you can participate in the Game of Shrooms. And the next slide will tell you how. There are two ways you can do it. You can be a creator or a seeker. If you're a creator, you need to have some sort of social media account and set up a link on the Game of Shrooms website. Then make some mushroom art and go hide it somewhere in your zip code. And then the morning of the 14th, you can go to the website, look for things near you, and then go hunt for other people's mushroom art. So this is just a really fun idea, and I want to encourage everybody to participate either as a creator or a seeker. And that's all for me. Back to you, Serenella.